Hey everybody, welcome to today's Q&A session. So today, two ends of the spectrum here. What if you want to stay in the military for 20 years and what if you don't want to stay in the military for 20 years? So today, I'm going to be sharing with you my thoughts and opinions. If you have a question, leave it in the comment section down below. I do read every single comment, and at one point, I will respond back to every single question in a video format such as this, or I'll type it up and send it to you. But if you want to stay in the military for 20 years, you might have the same concern like I had when I first started to join, right? I signed my contract for 5 years at 21. I left for boot camp at 22, right? And I thought to myself, by the time I get out at 27, I would have spent the prime 20s of my life in the military, right? I cannot enjoy the same things. I cannot enjoy the things that I thought I wanted to enjoy in the civilian world in the military, right? And I can't even imagine doing that for 20 years and get out at 42, right? I'll be an old man, right? But I've been in the military for 3 years and 4 months now, and from my opinion, and from my experience right now, I can tell you that you can still enjoy the same things, right? Whether it's partying, whether it's art, being a rapper, whatever it is, you can still enjoy the same thing. But the main difference is in the civilian world, you can do it a lot more than the military. In the military, you are obligated. You have an obligation to work in a place, whether it's a ship, whether it's a base, whether it's for an aircraft, whatever it is, you have an obligation to do something, right? So if you want to be a rapper or an artist or a YouTuber, whatever it is, in the military, you cannot do it full time. It's got to be a part-time job for you. You do your military thing full time, working 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, even 100 hours sometimes. I've worked well over 100 hours a week. And whatever your passion is part-time. But in the civilian world, that could be completely reversed. Whatever your passion is, you can do full-time, and whatever it is that you have to do to make money, whatever it is, that can be part-time, right? Whether if you want to party every single day, right? Go hook up with girls, you can do that in the civilian world, right? And drink as much as you want. But in the military, you have to show up to work sober, you have to show up to work professional, and you have to show up to work ready to work, right? There's restrictions, there's things that you cannot do in the military world, but you can still, like I said, enjoy it just as much, but in moderation, right? But that's not what I'm trying to sell to you in terms of if you're thinking about doing it for 20 years. I'm just sharing with you the concern that you might have, that I certainly had. But the main selling point, the main driving point that I want you to really think about is 20 years in the military is a very, very short time. Okay, what do I mean? In the modern day history, humans are living, a lot longer, well past 100 years of age, right? My great-grandmother, before she hit her head, and that's what caused her to pass away, she was 99. She would have lived well past 100. She was very healthy. She just accidentally hit her head. My grandmother right now, 82, very healthy, very vibrant. She's going to live, she has type 2 diabetes, so that might kind of affect it. But if she did not have it, I believe she would have lived well past 100. So I think I have a pretty good chance, right? So let's say for you, right, you join at 17, you do for 20 years, you're 37, let's round it up to 40. With modern medicine improving every single day, right, 20, 30, 40 years from now, it's not going to be a surprise, to me at least, that if people are living till 100, right, 40 and 100, you're going to be able to reap the benefits of military paying you a paycheck every single month for 60 years, right? Think about that. You're going to be able to reap the benefits of the military paying you a paycheck for 60 years. From 17 to 37, let's round it up to 40, right? From 20 to 40, you work in the military, and the military still pays you. And from 40 to 100, you get paid from the military, right, for 60 years, right? That's the current system as we know it now. The system later on might change, you may never know. But as far as right now, that's the current system, right? And we can only plan accordingly with what we know now. And I personally believe that is a pretty good deal. And for those of you who are considering doing the military for 20 years, I personally recommend it. So on the other end of the spectrum, right, you don't want to stay in the military for 20 years. What do? Right? I personally don't want to stay in the military for 20 years. As much as my job is important, as much as my contribution to the military is important, and I see the value in it, my heart is not within it. Okay, so I can't do something for 20 years where I am not happy. Okay, even though, like I said before, my contribution and the grand vision of my work within this grand system is very important. For me, I'm just going to do my part within the U.S. Navy, and then get out and pursue my own thing, right? So, if you don't know what you want to do with your life within your 4, 5, or 6-year contract, right? Figure it out as best as you can. Have many controlled experiments, okay? And figure out what sticks. Figure out what you like, right? You don't know what you want, right? Let's say you want to be a rapper. You have this idea one day. You want to be a rapper. Start making YouTube videos and start rapping and see where that takes you, right? If you want to be a fitness model, be on Instagram, right? Start working out and posting your progress, posting whatever pictures on Instagram, right? If you want to be an artist, right, a painter, a sculptor, whatever, do that when you are in the military, right? You can only do it part-time, right? But after you get out, and whatever passion that you find, and if you already know your passion, right, do that in the military for 4, 5, or 6 years, right, in controlled experiments, and then after you get out, then scale up. Okay, to give you a prime example, JT Suits, right? When JT got out, I think he had right about like a couple thousand subscribers, like 6, 7, or 8,000 subscribers. That's kind of when I started, when he got out of the military, right? And now, after he got out of the reserves, he has scaled up, right? When YouTube almost, I think, like full time now, I guess he would consider himself, maybe not, I don't know. But I would argue he has found a lot of success on YouTube when he first started in the military, right? Bits and pieces here and there, part-time, and then after he got out, he scaled up, and he is where he is today, right? So that's the best advice that I guess I can kind of give you and share with you, and I hope you understand. So if you don't know what you want, figure it out. If you already know what you want, or you figured it out along the way in the military, right? Have many controlled experiments, right? And after you get out, whatever you like, scale up, okay? So thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great Navy day.